It's time for the NBA. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in at point. And for the Clippers, they've got Batum, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Morris in at the 4 spot. And Morris throws it down. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
KD finds Harden, just 4 to shoot. Goes back up. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
And here's Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Now here's Harden. It's Jordan on the wing. Pass to Durant.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Well, that's a move Durant's had up his sleeve for a while. I mean, you've got to try to take that away. He's just waiting for the right moment to break it out on you, though.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Morris into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 4. Dishes it to Harris. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Harden surveying the D. Passes it to Brown. Durant in the corner. Clock at 4. Jordan trying to free himself up.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Now here's Harden. He kicks it to KD. Good work defensively by Morris.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Harden. No points in the game yet for him. Durant just inside the line, and he gets the bucket.
Would have been impossible for KD to miss his teammate there. He was wide open.
Outside, George. There's Jackson with the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Jackson's got 9.
and their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Harden's shot is good.
They knew this was coming. Harden can't just let that last three go. Way too competitive for that.
Jackson against Brown. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Nets trail by 6. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Harden against Beverly. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Harden with it. He has 5. On the wing, Harris. Kept alive. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Griffin, also Green out there, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Kennard with the ball. Defended by Dinwiddie. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And there's the pass to Kennard. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. 8-point game. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Boy, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Here's Beverly. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Irving looking for an opening. Outside Griffin. Pass to Claxton. He dishes it to Irving. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. To the paint. Here's Mann. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Durant, the pass to Harden. Back to KD. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
KD is so good at drawing contact. You might remember now they changed the rules on that rip move that he perfected.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Jackson with the bounce pass. George dishes to Jackson. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Jackson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers. Here is Harden. 5 points in the game. 1:04 left in the first half of the game. And here's Harris from the arc. Here's Jordan. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Well, the paint is Jordan's home turf now. He moves and shoots with real confidence inside.
And George kicks to Batum. Back to George. And the basket is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Down low, Jordan uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got 6.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Batum attacking. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And the jam by Harden.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. An exceptional game plan. Thanks for joining.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Reggie Jackson has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. And it's Mann in at the small forward position. And there's the feed to Batum. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Pass to Durant. It's stolen by Morris. Passes to Mann. It's Jackson atop the key. Outside for George. Here's Morris. Rebound, Brooklyn.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Durant, no good. Clippers leading by 9. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Brown outside. The Nets working the ball around now. It's deflected. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
4 on the clock. Back to Harris. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Batum. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets trail by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The pass to Kennard. The dish now to Beverley. Back to Kennard. To the left wing. The three. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Irving. To end the cold streak. And the Nets miss again.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And it's Beverley missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
There's the three. And Patrick Beverley good for three. Beverley's got 7.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Man passes to Beverley. To the inside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Man. Now here's Beverley. And Patterson kicks to Ibaka. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 14. Dinwiddie lays it up off the glass.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Beverley for 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Irving finds Green to the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
Here's Mann, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, I tell you what, George has tremendous bounce ability. It's always fun to see him launch and throw it down.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 12. Back to Harris. And it's sent back by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the block.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by...
Oh my goodness! That was special.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Harden the pass to Harris. Jordan kicks to Irving. Back to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Pass to George. Now Batum. Pass to Jackson. To the middle. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
KD on the wing. Five to shoot. And he makes good on the layup.
Boy, what a graceful athlete. I mean, Durant does a beautiful job moving and slicing through that defense, getting a high percentage shot there.
Passes it to Morris. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the pass to Harris. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And it's Leonard missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Irving. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Boy, great display of concentration and tenacity from Irving there. Fighting his way through contact, getting it up and down, plus the free.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to man. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Irving from long range. Offensive rebound. And oh boy, a lot of... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. It's a 10-point game. And here's Harden for three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Beverly finds Patterson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kevin Durant. The first free throw is good. And Patterson drops them both.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Now Harden. Kicks it to Durant. From deep. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks.
DA, thanks a lot. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in at the center. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
And it's blocked. Pass to Morris. And Covington sends it back.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
Lillard finds Covington. Now the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Jackson against Covington. And Covington sends it back. Jackson passes to Morris. Shoots over Covington. Misses off the left iron. And Portland with the ball.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Here's Jones. Nurkic trying to get open. Jones, no luck.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Now here's Lillard. Batum with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Jackson. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's McCollum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Portland again missing. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Pass to Covington. Lillard dishes to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Over Jackson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers leading by 4. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Leonard. Covington knocks it loose. They retain possession.
Credit to defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Lillard outside. McCollum kicks to Covington. McCollum passes to Lillard. Up again, and Covington stays with it.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
1:10 left in the first quarter. George with the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Jones, no luck. Clippers leading by 6. Outside, Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Batum's got 7 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And it's McCollum at the elbow. Back to Nurkic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington dishes to McCollum. Jones finds McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Over Jackson. McCollum, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Outside, George. Back to Batum. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jones from outside. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him.
One of the best defensive players in the entire league, Kawhi Leonard. So hard to get a clean look against him.
Before the game, we talked with
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Jackson in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he makes both free throws. Trailblazers trail by 12. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Now Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That one goes in.
Yeah, Melo's so hard to slow down when he's diving off a pick and roll. Fantastic timing on the play. Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Down by 12. He kicks it to Cantor. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Patterson.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Anthony against Patterson. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And stolen by Patterson.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Here's Anthony. Hollis Jefferson tips it back in. Hollis Jefferson's got his first basket.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Kennard on the wing. Here's man. Inside. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 12. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Pass to Patterson from deep. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. For Portland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And it's Beverly missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Anthony finds Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Beverly up top. Unloads. Here's Patterson, and the layup's good off the glass.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Beverly kicks to Patterson. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Kennard for 3. It's good on the putback.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Now here's Lillard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Kicks it to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. In the corner, Kennard with it. Pass to Patterson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we know that Patrick Patterson can step away and be a force as a face-up guy, but still plenty dangerous inside.
And so it's Los Angeles in control with the 9-point lead to end
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. And that.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Marcus Morris. And here is Powell. Nurkic with it. Outside, Covington. Back to Nurkic. Portland needs to get off a shot. A second chance effort. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league. You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Jackson against Lillard. Here's the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now here's Jackson. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Lillard against Jackson. A three from McCollum. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Lillard left side. Here's McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers trail by 11. Hollis Jefferson passes to Anthony. Now Cantor. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Passes it to Anthony. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Back to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, that's about court awareness. Hollis Jefferson playing very well within the confines of this offense.
Pass to Batum. Here's Morris. Pass to George. Outside Jackson. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Hollis Jefferson passes to Carmelo. He gets it in there. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside, George. The pass to Morris. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 32 seconds left in the third quarter.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here's Beverly. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 11-point game. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And a miss there on the triple. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Got it up. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Well, what a stop by Patrick Beverly. One of the most aggressive, intense defenders in the league, regardless of size.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Baca is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Trailblazers trail by 14. Simons surveying the D. Here's Jones, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Clippers leading by 14. Drops in the layup for two. Beverly's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Passes it to Kennard. From outside the arc. And Jones pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's Anthony. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Wow, solid decision-making from Rondé Hollis Jefferson. How about his ability to knife into the teeth of the defense? Tremendous speed.
Here's Mann. Back to Beverly. Goes up on the wing. And the shot is long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely. Mann passes to Ibaka. Here's Mann. The 3. Cans it from downtown. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nicholas Batum.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He is not happy with the turnover. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Jackson against Lillard. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Pass to Leonard. Jokic against Batum. Jackson looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. Batum trying to break loose. Jackson misses. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Clippers leading by 9. Outside Jackson. This one for 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Nicholas Batum.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Here's Lillard. following Marcus Morris's three. Lillard outside. The pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. But they recover it. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it. Well, here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
A 3 from Morris, and Lopez pulls it down.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and they double up Antetokounmpo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Outside Jackson. Morris outside. Again the miss by Morris. Morris has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Middleton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story inspirational. Yet even now it feels like some people continue to sleep on him. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Taken away by Holiday. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to beat Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Jackson in the corner. Takes the 3. Oh, drew the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Lopez, no luck. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Oh, Morris in position and stolen by DiVincenzo. Lopez with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Lopez, no luck. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the rejection by Giannis. Jackson finds Batum. Outside Leonard puts up a 3.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Reggie. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard, the pass to Batum, and the dunk by Batum.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Keeps it alive and staying with the play. Middleton.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Jackson. 1:35 left to play in the first quarter. And that's going to be a travel. Bucks leading by 3. Now here's DiVincenzo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bucks passing it around. Lopez against Batum. Lopez, know what?
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Here's Morris, and it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
And the pass to Middleton. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Clippers with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Jackson deciding where to go with it. George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Here's DiVincenzo from downtown. Morris with the rebound. And George, here we go. Batum inside the three-point line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, leading by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And regardless...
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Everly for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Taken away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Mann.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Now here's Teague. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the shot goes in.
This team loves to run the pick and roll with Teague, and it's easy to see why that's the case.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And Patterson kicks to Beverly. Nailed from three-point land.
That's what they expect from Patrick Beverly. Knocking down the spot-up J.
Out left to the wing. Tucker the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Teague for 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
When you look at Luke Kennard's free throw percentage, if you're the defense, you might want to keep him away from the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Now here's Teague. Passes it to Forbes. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here, but they'll get another chance. Kicks it to Tucker. Down low. Moron. That's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now Beverly. He has 5. Here's Kennard. Patterson. Ibaka right side. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Ibaka's got his first 2 points.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Teague. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Clippers trail by 4. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Ibaka.
Well, it's important to get points any way you can, and Ibaka's turned himself into a good free throw shooter.
The Clippers have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Lopez up top. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Antetokounmpo inside. Morris is there. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you? And not allowing the shooter even.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Milwaukee, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. That one misses. Great D that time from Leonard. Jackson has the open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Jackson's got 6.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Taken away by Holiday. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 1. Holiday goes in. Banked in off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jackson with it. He has 6. Pass to George. Back to Jackson. Outside for George. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot no good, a bit short. 1-on-1 here. Here's DiVincenzo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
And Ibaka kicks to George. Pass to Jackson. He dishes it to Leonard. Shot, high post. Jackson misses. Milwaukee leading by 5. Holiday left side. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Middleton against Ibaka. Middleton drives in, takes it off the glass. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
George passes to Morris. Good on the bucket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Bucks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. .139 left to play in the third. Back to Giannis, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Crafty ball handler coming off screens. Drew Holiday has the defense guessing. It guesses wrong.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. 1:22 left to play here in the third. Ibaka for 3.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Forbes the pass to Tucker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And there's the pass to Leonard. The three from George. That one's not going to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Outside Teague. Pass to Portis. Teague against Jackson. And Portis throws it down.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Pass to Jackson. Jacks up a three. The rebound by the Bucks.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Portis. 5 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Here's Beverly. Here's Mann. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Teague. E.J. Tucker is out there with Portis, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position.
Spacing the floor. This is what they need from Patrick Beverly on the offensive end.
Teague surveying the D. There's the pass to Portis. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers trail by 10. Passes to Kennard. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. From about 19 feet, Kennard's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Nora. Portis with it. To the wing right side. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Nora. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Ibaka. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Tucker kicks to Forbes. And the 3 off target. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Here's Mann, and with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
A different look for Milwaukee. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Well, that's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Bucks leading by 10. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. Middleton with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Middleton for 3. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Here's Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Beverly against Holiday. On its way from Ibaka for two. And the Clippers miss again.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Beverly against Holiday. Lopez dishes to Middleton. Right side Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 12. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson passes to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris finds Jackson. Los Angeles with another miss. Milwaukee leading by 12. And here's the fast break. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
George looking around.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything from PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
To the paint. Here's Morris. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Jackson from long range. Los Angeles with another miss. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Milwaukee.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
There's Jackson with the three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Middleton dishes to Lopez. Giannis passes to Lopez. For three, Middleton. The Clippers grab the miss.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Over Jackson. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. They came in here and... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Batuma's out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2. And for Brooklyn, we've got DeAndre Jordan. Brown out there with Harden. Then it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the small forward. Chalk up 2 there. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Here is Durant. And Kevin Kevin Durant with the slam.
Well, that's a move Durant's had up his sleeve for a while. I mean, you've got to try to take that away. He's just waiting for the right moment to break it out on you, though.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to George. To the inside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And stolen by Jordan. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Brown. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson in the corner. Leonard against KD. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
But, you know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Now here's Durant. Goes up at the stripe, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Jackson dishes to George. Shoots the 3. Jackson misses.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
He doesn't hit that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And, Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Leonard, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 3. And George, here we go, launches it. And the Clippers miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Brown finds Harris. Back to Brown. Harden with it. From deep. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night for Los Angeles. They've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Kicks it out to Leonard. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brooklyn leading by 3. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. From deep, Harden. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's George. To end the drought. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George. Absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
The Clippers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now, here's Brown.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Batum. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. KD passes to Harris. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Leonard kicks to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And here's Harden for 3. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Outside, George. His 3-pointers off the mark. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Shot from the top of the key. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harris. KD's got 8 points.
Well, that jumper's so effortless coming out of Durant's hands. I mean, it's cash money more times than not.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Batum in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Irving. After the missed three from Reggie Jackson, lets the three fly. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 8-point game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The Nets working the ball around now, and that one's good. Irving.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Patterson inside. Griffin on him. Left side, Batum. Beverly for three. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets leading by 10. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Kennard for three. Connects from three-point range.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player, very effective at finding the open man, too.
Irving way outside. Again, Irving missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
They're running. Outside, Green. The pass to Claxton. Back to Green. Here's Claxton on the wing, Irving. Pass to Claxton. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now, here's Kennard. He feeds it to Patterson. Great D that time from Griffin.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Kicks to Irving. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:24 left to play in the first half. There's the lob to the hoop, and Batum throws it down.
I think Batum is a pass-first kind of a guy, loves to create for others, but he can score the ball in his own right, too.
Irving with the ball. He's got 6. Griffin down low. Patterson defending. Claxton no good. Clippers trail by 9. Beverly the pass to Batum. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. The Nets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now Harden to the middle. It's tipped. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy buckets.
The Clippers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Big group substitution here for the Clippers.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And a deep 3 from Harden. Misses the step-back jump shot. Clippers trail by 9. Inside, here's George, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Jackson has the open look, and again it's the Clippers missing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points and as great as... That's all for now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
We've got Durant, Harden out there with Brown. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets 5.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Now, here is Harden. There's the dish to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jordan outside for Durant. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Harden the pass to Brown. Harris outside. KD against Morris. Durant. Good work defensively by Morris.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Leading by 5. Passes it to KD. Now here's Brown. Harden surveying the D. It's hauled in by George.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Jackson kicks to Batum. Morris left side. Not going to go that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half. Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move.
What a jam! Are you kidding me? And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Harden against George. The feed now to Batum. Unloads from 9. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. KD, that's for 2. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. No good from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys in the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Pass to Griffin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. Tries again. A nice shot by Griffin. And the Nets lead by 7.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Kennard kicks to Beverly. Fires the 3. For the 3. Kennard's shot is off. Nets leading by 7. Dinwiddie drives in. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Beverly the pass to Patterson. Back to Beverly. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. But they get it back. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Off target with his 3.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Irving for 3. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Irving's got 8 points.
Good awareness that time by Irving of where the shot clock was.
And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. Brown. Patterson with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And he could not get that one to go. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Green, and it's Harden in for Dinwiddie.
Boy, this is where Jordan really does most of his eating, finishing after setting a solid screen.
Kennard kicks to Beverly. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Man passes to Ibaka. Poked loose. 5 on the clock. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. And that was a strong pick, ammonia strong by Ibaka.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. KD draws the double. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 10. Ibaka goes in. Now the pass to Kennard. Back to Ibaka. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden.
And this is where Ibaka is becoming a little more savvy. Just catches the defense off guard. All they can do at that point is foul. Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Irving finds Harden. Clock at 6. Here's Irving. Rejected by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor. And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Leonard with the steal. To the paint. Here's Morris. No good. Nice defense from KD. Irving drives in. That one's off. Still out of sync. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Over to the left wing. Ibaka dishes to George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6.
And George has learned a lot, and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both. And that makes it a 1-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And 1:01 left in the game. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Jordan coming up big. His name is Cole, and he ups the ante and delivers.
Jackson in the corner. Out to Ibaka. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Yeah, you look at Durant's numbers, 50, 40, 90. He's made that club multiple times. One of the few players to accomplish that. And he seems to threaten those numbers virtually every year.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Three-pointer. But they'll get another chance.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The deep three from Harden. Outside for Durant. Good on the triple.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the balance ended out a bit.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. McCollum, and he banks in the layup. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Leonard finds Jackson. Fires from deep. No good on that one. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Batum wide open. He fired. And Leonard stays with it.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. And what I love about Lillard now, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Now here's Jackson. Shoots over Lillard. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Well, when Batum spots a wide open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Covington over Morris. Covington's shot is off.
That's a break for the D right there. He takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
George, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Count it.
It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with it.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Morris. Right side, Batum. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
No, but sometimes you don't need a haymaker, just a jab. You got to get those easy looks inside.
Lillard against Jackson. Jones, the pass to Lillard. Leonard inside, beyond the arc. A shot by Batum, no good.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him, mostly miss.
Here's McCollum. Nobody near Nurkic. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
A 3 from Morris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard scanning the floor. Back to McCollum. Outside, Jones. Here's Nurkic. Outside, Covington. Outside, Jones. Here's Nurkic. They shoot again. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Nurkic.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. Very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Jackson in the corner. Pass to Morris. Plenty of space. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper for Morris, catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Outside, George. Dishes to Morris. Back to George. Batum trying to break loose. That one a little long. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
The Clippers trail. Outside Leonard. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. Good D by Covington. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
The game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, you've got Little. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. Powell, the pass to Little. Baca against Kanter. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. In the corner, it's Patterson. Here's Mann. The rebound by Simons.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Anthony dishes to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throw.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. The Trailblazers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. First free throw is good.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think it was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Now here's Anthony. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. The pass to Cannon. Kennard against Powell. Over Kennard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. They can't stop the run with that one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
For Portland, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Ibaka, the pass to Patterson. Now Kennard for 3. That shot is off.
boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Rebounded by Anthony.
And, you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Patterson, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Simons, defended by Beverly. Simons, the pass to Little. Kicks to Cantor. That's a 2 from Powell. And it's off the back rim, no good. Clippers trail by 10. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Covington passes to McCollum. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Now here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Jones with the stop.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Covington with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
And so it's the Portland Trail. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Robert Covington. What a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Mann in at the small forward. Now here's Jones. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And it's Lillard missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the dunk by Covington.
You can't be nervous with the ball around Nurkic. When you are, he'll swipe it from you.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And here's Jones. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
George against McCollum. George passes to Jackson. And it's Portland with the rebound. To the inside. And it's sent back by Morris.
Just fantastic defense for Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection.
And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now here's McCollum. He has 5. Covington. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
For Portland, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Now George, after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. Just need to calm down, play their game.
Now here's Jones. 3-pointer, Lillard. That one, no good. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. And George kicks to Jackson. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. George, no good.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
Passes it to Lillard. McCollum against Batum. Here's Covington. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers leading by 18. Down low, here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves it.
And George, here we go. Outside for Jackson. Here's the 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Cantor. The wide open shot by Little comes up empty from 19 feet out. Now the Clippers moving it up. Morris with the ball. It's stolen by Anthony. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Cantor throws it down.
And look at Cantor rise up. Good anticipation for the big man to go for the alley.
Jackson looking it over. George passes to Batum. Back to George. Shoots over Powell. George, no good.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here.
A nice shot by Simons.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Leonard. Not a lot of room. Oh, went in there, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call.
And so it's Portland rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Little. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Out to the right wing. Here's Little. Off target from three-point range. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Powell pulls it in.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Little dishes to Kanter. They get a hand on it. Pass to Powell. Pass to Simons. Bangs home the trifecta.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, D-like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He kicks to Little. To the paint. It's blocked.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot blocking.
LA has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here's George for 3. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the boards.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Lillard outside. And here's Nurkic. There's the pass to Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Morris kicks to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lillard against Beverly. But they recover it. McCollum passes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. To the middle. Here's Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And it's clear Covington isn't bashful. He welcomes any opportunity he gets to score inside.
Back to Kennard. Beverly against Lillard. Stolen by McCollum. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jusuf Nurkic.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats. 29
seconds left here in the fourth quarter. from deep three-point range. Trailblazers keep it alive. Jones from outside. And the three ball is good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart. He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Nurkic finds Jones. Second chance shot. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Harris is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at small forward. Now here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. Lots of speed and athleticism on the floor tonight, Brent. What do you think could determine the outcome?
Well, if guys are going to play fast, Kevin, and guys are going to be up in the air, it's going to come down to very solid decision-making to see who it is that separates themselves in this one.
They grab their own miss, and Giannis throws it down.
That reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
And Leonard has it in the corner. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Count that one.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute played so far here in the first. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Lopez outside. 5 to shoot. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
On the wing, Jackson. Stolen by Holiday. Pass break, Milwaukee. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George. Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively. Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
Bucks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Giannis kicks to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Back to Lopez. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, George. Defended by DiVincenzo. George passes to Jackson. A three-pointer off the mark. Bucks trail by 4. Inside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Stolen by Middleton. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. The shot by Holiday, no good. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Jackson. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. No good with the layup. Middleton inside the three-point line. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
The kick out to Holiday. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Batum and the rejection by Giannis. Leonard finds Batum. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And here's George for 3. It's good from long range. George has got 5 now.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Tucker kicks to Portis. Out to the right wing. Here is Forbes, defended by George. Clock at 4. Here's Portis. Batum grabs the miss. Leonard with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Patrick Patterson, Patrick Beverly out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Ibaka, and it's man in at the small forward position. Here's Beverly. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, if you're a young player out there and you're going to guard a guy like Patrick Beverly, then the tough approach might not be the way to go.
That's good from Beverly.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the follow-up. Bucks trail by 11. Forbes the pass to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Passes it to Kennard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Out to the wing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And it's slammed in by Teague.
Love the ball handling shown there from Jeff Teague.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Beverly the pass to Patterson. No good. Shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. Fast break. Milwaukee. Middleton leading the charge. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Lopez outside. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Man. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bucks trail by 5. T kicks to Lopez. Middleton left side. Antetokounmpo looking it over. At the top of the key, Lopez. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Teague left side, stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Ibaka.
And what's interesting about Ibaka, he's played basketball internationally ever since joining the NBA back in 08. In fact, he won a silver medal with Spain in 2012.
He hits both from the stripe.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity. And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Beverly. Jeff Teague with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And Zoe Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on a 14-6 run. Teague, the pass to DiVincenzo. Now Lopez, defended by Ibaka. And the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Beverly looking around. It's tipped.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Portis. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. Good. Beverly's got 5 points so far.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Nora. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 9. That's all for now. 6.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got Bobby Portis. E.J. Tucker is out there with Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Shot clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. Lets it fly, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Holiday. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Tucker.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there.
Beverly for 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Holiday. Lays it up off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Los Angeles leading by 3. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
George, that's a two-pointer. Misses off the right iron. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Portis finds Tucker. It's deflected. To the inside. Here's Leonard. And easy 2 points on the layup. And that's now 11 points for Leonard. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
The pass to Kennard. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Pass to Patterson, the 17-footer. The offensive rebound, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 7.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Holiday throws it down.
And don't forget about Drew Holiday. He's got some ups, more than capable of getting up there to the rim.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's foul number 2 for him. 1:49 left here in the third quarter. Inside, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and it's the Bucks on the break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
A great floor awareness says that Antetokounmpo has a sense for when the D has overcommitted or shifted his way, and then he finds where his teammate is open on the floor.
Beverly finds Kennard, and he's good on the 3-ball. Kennard's got 7 points in the game.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Giannis, and the dunk by Giannis.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Here's Beverly, and contact on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Pass to man. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Beverly, the pass to man. 6 on the shot clock, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame, a smart block, if you will.
30 seconds left to play in the third. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Los Angeles leading by 4. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Giannis. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on George.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
Lob pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Good chance to see Paul George burst that time.
Here's Middleton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum. And it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Shots good by Middleton.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Out to Morris. Here's Jackson. Good D by Lopez.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Yep, it counts.
Well, when Giannis has room to run, he is fun to watch. To get out in transition there.
Passes to Mann. Jackson from long range. Again, the miss by Jackson.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Lopez has got the lead up to 1 now for the Bucks.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Here's Mann, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Mann's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Jackson. That shot missing. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
It's Giannis with the drive.
Antetokounmpo, those long strides and then fearless in his attack.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Fires for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Over Batum. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
Down low. Outside for George. Back to Morris. He feeds it to George. And it falls over the rim and in. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
It's so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
And George, here we go. And Batum kicks to Jackson. A 3-ball. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Yeah, how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Clippers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for the Bucks. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Batum. Patterson comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Holiday, and he banks in the layup. Holiday's got the lead, back up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
That's the kind of player Holiday is, craving the opportunity to be the man in that situation. And you have to love how Holiday came up big with the shot. That's the kind of leadership you want to see from him.
From past the arc, Patterson can't get it to go.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's Milwaukee's ball. 4-point game. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And another basket for Milwaukee. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the middle. Yes!
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Great feed by the center. Lopez is a solid passer. Maybe one of the better passing 5s in the league.
Ibaka, no luck. Here's DiVincenzo. Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. On the wing, Holiday. And so the Bucks take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.